Hey guys, it's Borders Dude here. I'm back on the sofa with a video reply, or video response rather, and this is to Larkin's Lair, who asked, what was your come to primus moment? Meaning, when as an adult did you come back into collecting Transformers? Now for me, I had a couple of stop-starts when it came to collecting Transformers in my adulthood. The first time I looked to get back into collecting was the early 2000s, the time that we had the Takara collection just coming out. The Takara collection, if you don't know, which some people might not know, was Takara re-releasing G1 bots in this lovely box with a closable and openable lid, and the artwork on it was done by Dreamwave. So I picked them up. I picked up Jazz and I picked up Prowl, and at the same time I was picking up other sort of bots that were available at retail at the time, and that was, at least in Scotland, I picked up RID Sideburn from Woolworths, and a couple of bots off eBay as well, such as G1 Ultra Magnus and Menasor. But being a young adult, and the fact that in the main, collecting figures, collecting geek culture, geek paraphernalia wasn't really mass accepted at this point, and my friends really weren't doing it, plus the internet and community stuff still wasn't really there apart from a couple of forums and such. I had a crisis of confidence and just sold everything, including that boxed G1 Ultra Magnus, which I do regret to this day. But it was just one of those things, being a young adult, thinking maybe I shouldn't be doing this, I shouldn't be collecting toys. And then we just sort of like fast forward a few years to when the Classics collection was coming out, and also the Masterpiece Prime and the alternators. So again, I was still a bit, shy about maybe looking to pick up these figures, but I was, even though not collecting, I was still like speaking to people on the TF.net forum, which was like one of the UK sort of premier forums at the time. Excuse me. And I was seeing like the Classics Wave 1 coming out, and pictures of Masterpiece Prime. Eventually, I don't know when, but I bought the Hasbro Battle Damage version of Masterpiece Optimus Prime, and also that sort of led on to me collecting alternators, but it wasn't a full-blown thing into collecting. I was sort of justifying it in my head. It's very silly, but the fact that these were almost statuesque figures, they were quite premium looking, and you could have them as cars and they look dead convincing as cars. So if you met someone new, or it didn't look like it was a toy, it looked like a model car, little silly things like that running in my head. But eventually, I got comfortable in my own skin, and what really set me on the collecting path to this day was that a deluxe wave of the Transformers Universe figures hit the local supermarkets, and it was Ironhide, Silver or Blue Streak, and Sideswipe. And I picked those three figures up, had them, and I thought, this is something I'm really enjoying. Community stuff was really coming out, geek culture was becoming more acceptable at the time as well, and full bore from there. And that's when I started just picking up, it was really classic stuff, or universe stuff mainly, at that point, because I liked the idea of original G1 characters, because I am a G1er, and but giving them the modern updated aesthetic. So I collected the Classics Prime, I managed to get Henke Hound, all these other guys, the Sunstreaker to go with Sideswipe, and basically from there, that's how my collecting has continued and stuck. Although not so much doing the generation stuff these days, but that was the proper jumping point. That was my come to primus moment. And of course, with collecting Transformers as an adult and having this wonderful infrastructure out there of social media platforms, forums, I still use forums to this day, Instagram, and of course YouTube, this has allowed me to connect with other Transformers fans all around the world, and it's such a nice thing to be able to do that, to come together with people. I know there's other hobbies you can do that, but Transformers seem to have a universal appeal, sort of anyone, and it's just great that the fact that, you know, just last week I was doing a Google Hangouts chat with excuse me, with Kato's Toy Box. You know, the guys in America, I'm in Scotland, there is a time difference, but that just amazes me, just how technology can bring us all together and be in this community. And it's so great to see new people coming in to do YouTube videos. I really like seeing that, because a lot of the older guys have, you know, either moved on or just stopped making videos just because of the way YouTube's structure is. But there's always new people coming in to this wonderful fandom, and I for one think it's a good thing. That was my video response to Larkin's Lair. I'll put a link to his video in the description below, because he's the guy who started it. It's a great subject. What was your come to Primus moment if you haven't done a video already, or if you don't want to do a video but I'd love to hear from you by leaving a comment in the comment section below. And please, if you like this sort of thing, guys, do hit that subscribe button and smash that like button as well. It really helps my channel grow, and a big thank you to the people who do support my channel. It really does mean the world to me. As always, guys, please be excellent to each other.